have one on about your
Oh,
fertility journey or your
yeah. Yeah. I
okay.
would. I would. Tell me, give me an update on the first, because it's been
Listen, literally, guys, you can write in and like I'm literally gonna say we have a woman, Sarah Fraser, in Los Angeles. We're not gonna say what part of Los Angeles because I did that a year ago and I got a big earful from Sarah that I'm doxing her, and God forbid I tell people just the general area that she lives in. Never, never do that again. So now I know, but we're gonna say Sarah Fraser from Los Angeles would like
Thank
to
you.
know she has been struggling with fertility and is she gonna be pregnant?
Well, and this is, I always think, the universe, God's direction is your
Mm-hmm.
protection.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I was supposed to do my baby transfer, my egg donor transfer in January, but I got back and I have like IBS issues. So my colonoscopy guy was like, look, we should really, you're spending all this money. Let's do one last colonoscopy because I was having a lot of issues. I'm now kind of going less dairy. So I that delayed it, right? I had the colonoscopy, everything is good, it's all clear. He's like, awesome. You don't have anything to worry about. Then, then I was supposed to do one February, but my Uncle George died. I'm one of the executors of his will, and the celebration of life, it was supposed to be like the week of the transfers. So I'm like, I think I'm putting it off until April. And I
Okay,
don't know
well,
what the universe is telling me. Maybe that's the perfect timing. Maybe God is just saying, look, like because we're also trying to buy a house. So maybe God is saying, look, I'm going to give you this house. You need to be able to help Dan and get into this house and get your baby, your son there. And then it's going to be the perfect timing, get some stuff resolved with George's will and get some things going. So I don't know yeah, ask them what is God trying to tell me when that egg donor baby will be perfect timing.
well, don't worry because I will ask the psychic. We are now taking, you're going to be the first person. I'm going to ask all about this when they're back on. I don't know when that's going to be. But to answer your question, either yesterday or the day before today. Oh, today is Friday. Oh my God, I'm losing my mind. This week, Tuesday or Wednesday, I can't remember what day, we had psychic Leo on and I said, Katie and Ariana say this is all for nothing, that this is fan fiction. Katie has just done a mayonnaise commercial. She was actually good in it. Good for her for getting a mayo commercial. And is this hype? Because Katie and Ariana say fan fiction, and other people say it ain't no fan fiction, Maloney, Maddox. So I asked the psychic, what else am I supposed to do? This is why we have the psychics on, and Psychic Leota from Psychic Source, where you can get a 35-minute reading for only $20, which I don't know why everyone isn't doing that. With code Velvet, she
Good
said,
deal.
"Look," she said, it ain't no fan fiction." I don't lead these people. I also asked her about Jeff Lewis and Heather McDonald. Oh, that's gonna get me in trouble. I don't. They don't know the topics, and they don't know. And there's no horse in the race. I don't like Teresa. The psychic could say great things about her. Sarah Fraser loves Teresa. I don't lead them, so. I didn't tell her to say this. She said, "Oh, please." She said, "With Ariana, she gets a sense that she's moved on, kind of left some people in her past, like kind of graduated." I'm like, that's exactly what people accuse her of. And she said that it is true that there are problems with something about her, but she did say she thinks, and I don't want to give it
Mm.
all away, go listen to the episode, that Katie and Ariana are two smart businesswomen. And unlike the Toms, they will do what is best for the business. Hate each other, love each other. They will, if the business should stay open for money, they will keep it open. Oh, yeah, look at her. No.
Wow.
Yeah, all of a sudden you're excited about the psychics on the show, aren't you?
That's a good read. That's a fabulous read. Okay. I don't hate that. I want to have the psychics on. I've got to coordinate with you because I want the psychics to come on my podcast. I want to give all of the codes to you, to Code Velvet.
Thank
But
you.
I want them to come on and do a reading of Sister Wives because Sister Wives is my number one show on
Hmm.
my podcast. And they're on hiatus right now, their mid-season break. But there's a lot going on in their personal lives. Like there's a lot of question about the future of the show. There's a lot of wondering about Robin and Cody, if their marriage is good, if they are in fact searching for another sister wife. Like there's a lot. So I want to book one of the psychics and have them on to do and we'll promote Code Velvet because
Thank you.
I would love to know what the future holds. It's very, very big year, very big, big year for that show.
Can it just go away, this Sister Wives?
Well, they've already been signed on for season 20, but after
Ugh.
that, thanks a lot. Okay.
I'd like you to have a prosperous career, but I'm so over the wives, the
I know.
sisters.
Well, a lot of people feel, a lot of people feel, and a lot of people feel like there ain't any, there's no water to tap from that well anymore, but we're tapping it. So
Well, look at
that would be great too.
Housewives.
Is it going away? I know I'm beginning to feel the same about Housewives. A lot of it, I mean, New York, you can forget it. Miami can't stand it. Dubai, thank God it's canceled. Salt Lake, yes.
Miami, Stephanie Shoji, I'm excited about. I am. I'm going to be honest with you. Salt Lake is, they just spoke to a producer. Somebody spoke to a producer of Salt Lake and they said, why? Why is this gold? And she said, look, each person is funny in their own right. We just have funny characters that actually don't mind falling down a flight of stairs and saying, like, oh God. I mean, you have
They're good.
rumors and nastiness from Meredith and Barlow is like someone showed me a picture. She was doing an interview at Sundance and drinking her Starbucks, and on the side of the Starbucks it said Lisa Baby Gorgeous. So this one is walking into the Starbucks with no cameras filming and saying the name is Lisa Baby Gorgeous. I mean, and
No,
Mary,
she's not.
right.
The
I
barista's a
agree with you.
fan.
I agree with you. I agree that this is a staged cop. I said the same thing.
Yes.
Like this, I said the same thing you did. That she knows she's going to be interviewed. So let's get in. I agree with you. And Mary, I mean, come on. And this Whitney is swinging on a pole and telling everyone she's in love with the guy who's like 20 years older. I mean, it's just like now we have Bronwyn, who's like, I mean, getting letters from Donny Osmond's brother, and I don't know. It's just you can't make this shit up. You can't make it up,
You
Sarah.
can't make it up, doll. Okay, two big other topics. Let's talk
Mhm.
about Rinna. Rinna is
Ooh.
back with Harry Hamlin. They launched their podcast on Valentine's Day. Love
Ah.
that. It's called Let's Not Talk About the Husbands. What I mean, people have been in my DMs. What do you guys think? You guys comment. I mean, I don't even know. Is Nini's podcast still going?
Well,
I mean,
that's the thing. What
what is
happened?
going on?
Where
What?
is where is Nini's podcast? Where
What's
is
it called?
the last time we talked about Vicky's podcast? Someone slipped into my DMs to tell me, guys, I'm not shade. I mean, this happens to all of us. Someone said Vicky has 45 subscribers on YouTube. I'm not saying this. I have not checked this, and like no one's listening anymore. Where is Vicky's podcast? Where is
It's
Nini's?
over.
Nini's podcast
Nini's
launched
podcast
yesterday.
stopped. No, you
No,
guys,
come on, come
yes,
on.
yes. This didn't even
Ah.
last two. It had two episodes. It aired an episode January 16th, January 27th. They stopped. We're now mid-February.
Jesus
It's like,
Christ.
what?
Well, look, you're
What is going
asking me. I
on?
mean, look, Rinna is a hustler in the best way possible. I think I do have a little bit of a problem with it. I think launching it with Harry is smart because now, look, when Rinna is traveling and she's at a fashion show and Rinna just walked the runway. Forget about showing up at the march. She just walked. So when Rinna is out there now living her life, you don't think that the show's going to go on with Harry and Delilah? You don't think the show's going to not go on with Harry and Erica Jane? I mean, Rinna can be absent and Harry can stay at home and do the show with someone else. It's also on Dare Media. We could have any of the Dare Media people come and sub. It's not a bad idea. I think doing it with Harry was smart. They are talking about Beverly Hills. Harry's like, well, I don't understand. Like, what do you mean it's about the husband? And so they are talking Beverly Hills. So I like the idea. I don't think Rinna's a quitter. If there's no money in it, she's not going to do it much longer. But
Yeah,
uh, it- you know the problem I have? Do you want to know the problem I have? The main
yeah,
problem I have is that I've just sung her praises for so many weeks about how she's above the show and she's left it behind and you're already talking about Beverly Hills more than you have in the past year. Not that she doesn't have a right to, but it's gonna be a weird, like, Rinna